Hello, hello everyone. I am Kathy from Kathy Creates, where I try to inspire you to create. And I'm coming to you live on my page, on Crafter on the Clock, on Sonia's, what's it called? Sensational Events page. Sorry about that. And also on You've Got Mel. So come on in. We're doing this event for the Baker family. Their double cousin has been diagnosed with stage 4 cancer with no treatment options. So we're doing this event to help with their final expenses, with medical expenses. And then also she's going to be donating some of this, the proceeds of this, to another crafter with her family that is struggling with stage 4 colon cancer. So when you get here, say hello. Let me know you're here. Hello, Jane. Can everyone hear me? I have a new mic and I just want to make sure everybody can hear me. Give me some thumbs up or something if you can hear me. I just want to make sure. Thank you, Jane, for sprinkling. I appreciate that so much. All right, so we're going to jump right into this because I've got a lot of painting to do. And as you can see, I've already started some of it just to get a head start. Okay, perfect, Jane. I'm glad you can hear me. Oops, I just covered up my mic. My old mic died. It wouldn't charge anymore. So I had to buy a new one, and I hadn't tested this one out yet. So thank you for letting me know that it's working. Hello, Cynthia. Thank you, Sonia. Okay, so as you guys know, we're going to be auctioning off this project at the end. And then also the announcement that Sonia kind of teased out a little bit ago. Excuse me, I'm still recovering from bronchitis. I am going to be donating 10% of all of my sales on my website this weekend. So if you've been thinking about getting something, now is the time because 10% is going to go to this benefit as well. Okay, so make sure that you're purchasing from me. If you can't make a bid on this, you certainly can go. There's a link in the description above, a PayPal link, that you can make a donation. Any donation amount is fine. It can be as small as $1 or as much as your heart wants to give. So, all right, so let's get started. So what this is going to be a stand that is going to be interchangeable. You'll be able to switch out the little signs on the inside. So come on in, everybody. Welcome, welcome. If you missed my intro here, I'm Kathy from Kathy Creates, where I try to inspire you to create. And this is my page, and I believe we're in Crafter on the Clock, we're in Sensational Events, we're everywhere today. So come on in, let's get this show rolling here. So this kit, what you're going to get with this one, whoever purchases this in the auction, you're going to get a standalone sign that stands by itself that has 4 interchangeable pieces. We're going to complete 3 of them today, and I'm going to send you a blank one that you can do with whatever you'd like. Okay, so I went ahead and I started painting because there's just a lot to paint. So I went ahead and I got these 2 painted. So we're going to set those aside. And let me show you what we're doing here. So the first one says fresh picked daisies for spring and summer coming up. Oh, thank you, Kat. I appreciate that so much. Hello, April. Welcome, welcome. If you see someone commenting as Kathy Creates, that's my mom. She helps me with the comments. Make sure that you are commenting. We will be drawing names to go into the bucket for Happy Mail entry. What we do with that is on the 13th of the month, on or around, so next week, we'll be drawing a name and we'll be shipping out some Happy Mail. All right, so we're going to set these aside since I've already painted the backer for that. We don't need the backer board. The other one, or another one, says love, and it's got this beautiful little heart. And Tracy, if you're on here, this was what that heart goes to. All right, so we're going to set those aside and set that aside. And then this one that says home sweet home. Okay, so we have all these little pieces we need to paint. So we're going to set these all aside for right now. And then you're going to get an extra one, an extra blank one. Then the sign itself, how this all works. And I've already got one of these painted, so I don't think we're going to have time to paint all of this. So that's why I painted this already. So the base comes in 2 pieces, okay? And it's got sticky back on the back. So you peel that off, you stick it down. Then it's got a 2-piece little collar that goes around this. Okay, so you're going to put these on like so, and they both have sticky back on them. And then you're going to just set that in there. All of that has sticky back. Okay, then you're going to have some spacers that you're going to put together. And these have sticky back on them as well. And you're going to put this on this. And I'll show you how to do all this because I have all this painted ready to go. Okay, so you see these don't go all the way up. So this is what allows you to put, and then we got a little frame that goes on the outside. Then we just drop in. I don't know if I'll be able to do this since it's not really lined up, but then you just drop in these pieces like so. Okay, so that's what we're working on today. So I'm just going to set all of this aside. We're going to leave these out because we're going to need those. I'm going to set these aside because I don't think we're going to have time to paint all of that. We're just going to set that down there. Okay, let's get going here. All right, so my fresh picked daisies, I'm going to paint that backer board. I am going to paint that Dutch aqua. Okay, so I haven't painted that yet, so we'll get going on that. All right, and then these are going to be painted black. Believe it or not, I really like the farmhouse look. So we're painting all of that black. These are going to be black. So this is on my black pile. This is white. These are white. Okay, these are going to be green. These are going to be yellow. Okay, so the way I like to paint these things is I like to use my tape to hold everything down for me so I can paint it easily without things crawling away. You know how that works, or getting so much paint on your hands. You have more paint on your hands than you do on your project. So I use the tape all the time. All right, and we're just gonna, you don't really need that on there. It's a big enough piece, but since we have some tape left, we're gonna stick her on there. Now that didn't work so great, so guess not. Just gonna pull that off. All right, so those are gonna be black. Let's use this other piece over here for all of our white. If you're interested in the kit, like I said, it is on my website. It's at kathycreates.com, and it's called the Tabletop Sign. It is not linked in the top. I usually link it, but I didn't want to link it with the event. So I don't want to confuse the donations. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to paint white. Now, I like to use a makeup sponge to do these. And I like to cut them in half because there's no need to use the whole thing. Welcome, Pam. I'm so glad you're here. I hope you would give us a follow. All right. So I just load this up. And it's probably going to take a couple coats. The lighter colors usually do. So what's everybody doing today? I've kind of been crafting / cleaning because I have a birthday party for my daughter here tomorrow. So I've been kind of picking up as I do different things today. And I've been cutting things on the laser. I cut a bunch of these little signs. Oops, that didn't stick very well, and now it's going all over. There we go. All right, so then we're going to do the black. On the black things, we're going to let that dry for a minute. And like I said, we'll probably have to go back and do another coat. The lighter colored things almost always need a second coat, sometimes a third coat. Sponge, here it is. Shopping with the granddaughter wore out. Oh, I bet. I bet. Yeah, shopping is it's exhausting anymore. I guess I'm just getting old. I used to love to go shopping, not so much anymore. Okay. So the black usually only needs one coat unless I miss something, which sometimes it's hard to see it with the shine of the wet paint. Sometimes it's hard to see, but usually the black covers pretty good on the first coat. So we'll set that aside. We'll paint our heart next. Now I like to use the sponges. Now on the black, it's not as important, um, but you don't get as much extra paint on the edges of your. Oh, thanks, April. Yeah, I love this kit too. It's so cute. And I love that it's interchangeable, that we can. And I have there's 3 designs on the website. I already have 2 more in the works, and I have ideas for a ton more. So, and the nice part about this is, and I'll show you when we get to putting it together, when you get done with these, you can just flip this over. So this is the front side. As you can see, it's got little score lines to make it look like shiplap, but then the back is plain. So you will be able to, do the other side as well. So you're going to get a lot of different signs out of this. You could decoupage napkins. Now you have to keep it kind of thin because you only have about not even a full 1/8 of an inch clearance after this side is on. So, you're going to have to keep it kind of thin, but you could paint something on it. You could decoupage a napkin on it. You could do a lot of different things with these. So that's really kind of the cool part of this. Well, these are not sticking to my tape. This is a recycled piece of tape, and I can tell it's not very sticky, apparently. But we're getting it. And I'm wore out. I hear you, Mary. Shopping's exhausting. It is exhausting anymore. All right. So that is done. Let's move this. Move that. I'm going to do these 2. I'm going to do these in this Americana Decor celery green. Love this color. I think it's very pretty. I think my comments are froze. Yep, they are. We're going to cut another sponge. Welcome, Carol. I'm so glad you're here. I hope you give us a follow. So for all my local people here, my paint palette here is actually a lid. The local ice cream store, we're friends with her, and she said, you know what, I have all these lids. Do you have any use for them? And all my crafting. Because she said, they buy these containers to serve their different things in, and they all come with lids, and nobody ever wants the lids. So she has an abundance of lids, and I'm like, oh, heck yeah, I can use those for paint palettes. So she's hooked me up and gave me a whole bunch of them. I think we got something in our paint on here. Piece of fuzz. There we go. All right, I think that is going to cover that nicely. Okay. Oh, my pleasure, Sonia. My pleasure. Yeah, it's an awesome use for the lids, isn't it? It's a fantastic use for the lids. Okay, so I'm going to set these guys aside, which I just broke that one, which that's okay, because with the sticky back, we can fix it, so no worries. Okay, so let's go back over here. These are dry now. Now, what I like to do with these is I like to, don't want to move or lose our inserts of our, I like to take my little picker tool from Dollar Tree, and I like to go down these score lines and make them a little brighter. Because, you know, the paint gets down in there. And kind of covers them up so they don't really stand out. Well, I want them to stand out. So I'm just going to go down these lines. And then, let's do that one wrong. I always have a hard time when it's away from me. I always go off the line. I just went off that line, so we're going to have to touch that up. It's okay. We can touch it up. We've got it white right here. There we go. All fixed. All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to dry that real quick. The road 5 of Gardens and Creations. If you see someone on here on their business page, give them a follow. We're all here to help. And if we can grow our pages at the same time, all the better. All right, so we're going to do the same thing on this one. There's Miss Tracy. Hello, hello. Oh, thank you, Melissa. Hello, Billy. Welcome, welcome. Tracy, I'm not sure if you were on here earlier, but remember me, this heart? It belongs to this kit. Okay. So now I'm going to take my little sanding block and I'm just going to kind of go over it a little bit. And I'm doing it over the trash can because I want it to be just slightly distressed. You probably aren't going to be able to see that on the camera, but it distresses it just a little bit. And it knocks off those where I used my little picker. It raises that up and it just got rid of that. So, okay, so those are done. So let's set those aside and let's do our blue one real quick. Oh, you didn't have service. Gotcha. Hello, Nadia. Okay, this is the Dutch Aqua by Folk Art. Love that color. So we're going to paint this guy up. Ooh, we got a big old glue icky in here, or paint. Look at that. Big old ick. So like the other colors, it's probably going to take 2 coats. So that's fine. How's everybody's weather been? Ours has been ridiculously warm. I'm not complaining. It's a little alarming because what's it going to be in August if it was 60 the last 2 days. Now today it's only in the 50s, but 60s in Ohio in February is not right. I mean, we're lucky to hit 40 in February. I mean, I'm not complaining, don't get me wrong, I'm enjoying it, but it's a little scary to me about what's happening and what's it going to be like come August. Okay, so I got that done, and I got blue paint on my white one, so we're going to touch that up. Pouring all day, lots of sun. Yeah, it's crazy to me. Hello, Miss Joey. They're calling for snow in Northeast Ohio. I think they're talking flurries, but nothing that's going to really stick. Let's see if we can take a wet wipe and wipe off some of this blue that I just got on here. And I might not need to repaint. Well, I got to put a little bit right there. Not bad, though. Daffodils are coming up. Oh, that's no good. I haven't looked at mine. I sure hope not, because it has been crazy warm here. Warmer than it should be by any stretch of the imagination. I haven't looked to see if anything's blooming out in my yard yet, but I hope not. If not, it's going to be a pretty dismal spring because they're not going to make it till spring. Never going to happen. Okay. All right, so we've got that painted. I think we're good there. So I'm going to put that in the water. Give this a quick dry. Right? 12 Oaks Gardens and Creations. What's your name? Oh no, Mom, yours are coming up? Oh no, and they're showing color? Oh, that's bad. That is bad. Weeds are blooming. If you see anyone on here with their page name, feel free to give them a quick follow. And remember, if you don't win this bid, or the bid for this, you certainly can still donate. Just click on that PayPal link in the description, and you can donate to the family. Sonia, I forget where you're from. You're from the South, I believe, right? Just touching up where I got that blue paint. There we go. Okay, so let's go in and do that. Yeah, okay, she's in Arkansas. We're going to do the same thing we did on the other ones. Just dragging this little poker right on that score line. It really makes those shiplap lines pop out. And then we get a bunch of little crusties on here from what it's digging out, but darn it, I just went off the line. I get to talking and not paying attention. I need another sponge. Thought I saw another one somewhere. There it is. There we go. There we go. All better. Right? I know. Too much commenting definitely gets you in trouble. Mr. FP doesn't like us to comment too much, but yet, if we don't comment enough, he doesn't like that either. So it's one of those darned if you do, darned if you don't situations. Okay, because we use that little picker, look, you can see, maybe, can you see all the little bumps on there? So that's, we're going to take this, our sponge, sanding sponge. I'm going to go over this one too, just like we did the white ones. And we're good as new. Okay? Perfect. All right, I think, oh, nope, we're not done with paint yet. We got to finish this. We got to do our little centers to our daisies. And we're going to do those yellow. A very bright yellow. And I'm just going to flip this sponge over and use the other side. So we're just doing a couple quick little things. Probably need to do 2 coats, just like we have with the other light colors. Hey, Cynthia. Hey, Sherry. Oh, thanks, Jane. I just got it done on Monday. About this time of year, I'm done with winter. I don't want to be in the dark or in the dreary winter anymore, so I do something fun with my hair a lot this time of year. So I had a bunch of pink put in the bottom. As you'll soon find out if you follow my page, I love buffalo plaid, as you can tell. I love farmhousey. I love pink. It's my favorite. Okay, let's start putting all this together. So what do we got time-wise? Oh, yeah, we got to get going here. Okay, so these are going to go on here. These go like so. Oops, my D was turned upside down, looked like an A. So what I always tell everybody is make sure you have everything lined up the way you want it, because with the sticky back, all of our pieces have a sticky back on them. And when they have the sticky back, once you put them down, they're stuck. You're not going to get them off without destroying both pieces. But it's just that easy. It's stuck down already. And using this little picker really helps to pull off all those little pieces. Okay, just about got this one picked off. There we go. Oops, this is the one I broke, or another one I broke. That's okay. We can put it back together. Good as new. Okay, we're going to put the centers of our daisies in. And just like that, this one is done. And look how precious that is. Isn't that cute? Okay, so that one's done. Moving on. Let's do our heart next. So I just kind of eyeball it up here. All right. And then we're going to lay our letters down to make sure we have our spacing the way I want them. I think that looks good. The sticky back is absolutely amazing. It is so good. You don't need any glue. It just peels right off and everything just sticks. And there you have it. This one's done. And there's our love. How precious is that? All right, last one, and then we'll put the base together. Okay. This is the one that I broke, so we got to be careful with. I think that looks pretty good. There we go. All fixed. Oh, my computer's going to sleep. We're not done yet. All right, that one's down. Okay. And one more, and then we'll put our base together. Okay. And there's our home sweet home. Look how precious that is. Okay. So we have those all done. So now we just need to put our base together. Okay. So here are all of our base pieces painted. So these are all the same pieces I showed you earlier. Now I am going to sand these just a little on our edges because, like I said, you guys know me. I like things to have that vintagey, distressed look. Okay. So we're just going to quickly do this because we've got 5 minutes before bidding starts. So we got to hurry and do this. I knew I wouldn't have time to paint everything, so that's why I painted this ahead of time. Okay. But I wanted to show you how easy these kits go together, so that's why I wanted to really paint those together with you. All right, and this last one, then we're going to put this thing together. All right, that we don't need to worry about because it's going to get covered. So let's start with these pieces. No, I don't want to start with that one. I want to start with this one. All right, so what we do, the easiest way to do this is to go ahead and stick it on here. That way you're sure you've got everything lined up right. And then you just poke this down on top. And then you know that's lined up perfectly. And then we're going to do the same thing with this one. And we're going to line it up in this hole. There we go. So our base is attached. Everything is attached to that. Now, we're going to peel this one off. And there are score lines in this, if you can see those. So you can line this up so you can get it centered. Press it down. Okay, that part's done. Now we're going to take 3 of these. You're going to get 3 of these in the kit. And we're going to stack them on top of one another. And this gives you the space so you can slide it down inside. Okay. And then we're going to lay it on top of this. How are we doing? We got 3 minutes. Ooh, it's going to be about perfect. And then this goes right here at the bottom. Right on our edges. You want to line that up. All right. That is it for the sticky back. Can't do any more sticky back. Get rid of this out of my way. So now we pull out the super glue and the wood glue to finish putting this together. I like to buy these little ones because they always end up going dry on me before I can use them up. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to secure this top frame to it. So I'm going to do the wood glue first. And I'm going to just kind of scatter it in various places. And go in between with the super glue. Super glue will hold it for right now, and this wood glue will hold it permanently. Okay, and we're just going to set this frame right down on top. Make sure it's lined up good. Wipe off any excess glue that oozes. This is why I like sticky back, because there's no ooze. All right, we're going to just hold that for a moment. We got 1 minute. We're there. All we got to do is glue this onto the back. Okay, so now I line up. You'll see there's a little knob at the top with this big thing down here. So I'm going to put a little bit of wood glue right there. And then about halfway down. That's probably too far. Oh, nope, I can go one more. I'm live, honey. No, I don't think so. We have an MIA dog. Okay. So now we're going to lay this down, and you just want to try to line it up as best you can. Straight. And we'll just hold that for a moment, and we're done. Oops, that is not the right lid. Yep, go ahead and start bidding. So we're going to start the bid at this at $40 since there's so much to it. I'm going to put it together here. I'm not sure it's going to stand up because I'm not sure how stuck that is, but I'll show you here. So then you just put these in just like that. Okay, so you're going to get that one. You're going to get this one, like so. Jane Monroe, $40. And you're going to get this one, and they just drop in. And you're also going to get a blank one. Okay, so you can do whatever you want with it. Thank you. So get those bids in. This is for a good cause, don't forget. And if you'd like to purchase one of these and you didn't get the bid, you don't win the bid, you can go to my website. We're up to 42, 45. Keep those bids coming, ladies. It's all for a good cause. And then the great part about this is it comes apart. So for a flat fold, if you want to take it down, you don't have to worry about the base sticking up. You can just lay it down together and it all goes to apart like so. But it stays together just like that. How awesome is that? $50. Thank you, Jane. Thank you so much. I'll tell you that that's a steal for this. Thank you, Mary. Thank you, Edith. Again, if you can't bid, if you can't afford to bid, and you want to still donate, you can donate as little as $1. Every little penny helps. Oh, thank you for the stars. I'm not sure who sent me stars, but I appreciate that. Thank you. But you get the 3 inserts and then the blank one. So you get the Home Sweet Home, you get the Love, and you get the Fresh Picked Daisies. We have 2 minutes. I think the highest bid was 50. Is that correct, Mom? If you win the bid, follow the link at the top and make your payment. Send me a screenshot with your address, and then I can get this shipped out to you. I can get it shipped out Monday. It'll go out. Okay? 52 from Pam. Thank you so much, Pam. I appreciate it. So you're going to, like I said, and then you can flip these over and you can do something else on the back. So, keep that in mind that, you're going to have up to 8 different things here to go on this. 55. Thank you, Jane. Thank you so much. You got 1 minute. Anybody going to take it from Jane at 55? Hey, Mary. All right, I think that's it. I think Miss Jane has it for 55. So Jane, go ahead and make your payment. Send me a screenshot of it with your address, and I will get this mailed out to you on Monday. So all you have to do if you're on the Sensational Events page or Craft Around the Clock is just refresh your page, and the next presenter will be up right after me. Thank you all so much. Have a great evening. Bye-bye.